Aloha, friends, and welcome to Talk with Terry on Tuesday. Today, I thought we would jump right in where I left off a few weeks ago when I was telling you about the chapters and the one called Why Not a Budget? Before we go any further, you might be curious about why I don't recommend budgets to clients. It may seem like heresy for a financial professional to recommend not having a budget, but please hear me out. While budgets can be meaningful, they are most useful for people who don't need the rigor of constraints to manage their finances. I understand that some folks actually enjoy creating budgets to set goals and provide internal accountability as they accomplish them. But for the rest of us, the term budget is to spending what diet is to eating. In the same way that people who eat reasonably are physically fit and good health don't need diets, people who handle their finances responsibly and with little stress don't need budgets, at least not as a tool to manage their money. Most especially when they don't want to create or maintain one. On first meetings, more than one client has told me they know they need a budget, as if they assume that I expect them to have one, and might see them as being financially irresponsible by virtue of their not having one. I often hear a deep sigh of relief when I tell them I doubt that they need a budget, and they likely don't need to create one more to-do item that adds stress to their lives. I differentiate between a budget, which tends to be restrictive, and a spending plan, which is empowering. While I fully support using a spending plan to guide purchasing and make financial decisions, I caution against the use of a traditional budget. It might seem like a difference in semantics, but a budget can feel constraining, often leading to financial stress while making it harder to manage finances with ease and confidence. Instead, a spending plan offers flexibility and allows for thoughtful, informed decisions without the pressure of constant limitations. This comparison between food and money becomes important when we consider the negative impact of dieting, something that is rarely successful over the long haul when it's used to attempt to permanently alter our behavior. Budgets have a similar result. Both hearken to deprivation, shame, guilt, a lack of self-control, self-loathing, and send us a message that we're incapable of doing what is best for our own well-being. As with overeating and focusing on nutritional details of food, budgets often start with a belief that we need to rein in spending. Why would we create one more personal monster that chips away at our self-esteem? If we want to have a healthy relationship with our money, we don't need negative self-talk yipping inside our heads. I like to think of my monster as a creature who sits on my shoulder just next to my ear. When I realize he's chattering away, and yes, mine is a he, I thank him for being concerned for my well-being and remind him that his concerns might have been valid at an earlier time in my life when they protected me, but I no longer want or need his protection. I tell him he's not welcome and ask him to go sit in a chair far away from my ear. I find this more helpful than thinking I can banish him once and for all. He's been with me too long to be easily abandoned. So that's the beginning of the chapter. Gives you a little taste of why I don't think budgets are necessary. Aloha.